when you bring up universal policies, like one of the greatest examples during 2016 and in 2020 was the way that Democrats counter-messaged against Bernie Sanders. That's what I'm talking about, okay? When they counter-messaged against Bernard Sanders, they did it on the virtue of Bernie bros, Bernie bros. Bernie bros are dangerous. Bernie bros are bad. Bernie bros are misogynistic. Bernie bros are sexist. And that was effectively a way to weaponize identity politics in the silliest fucking ways possible against a dude who was advocating for universal policies. Now, why is that significant? One of the things that really frustrated me, and there's videos of this back when I was covering during like the agitative propaganda, when I had the show called Agitprop on TYT, I talked about this extensively. One of the things I covered was Bernie Sanders' policies on universal alleviation of poverty, okay? Bernie Sanders had a lot of universal policies that would overwhelmingly target black and brown communities, right? But he never actually said he was overwhelmingly and directly targeting black and brown communities. And the media would consistently turn around and say things like, well, where's your criminal justice reform? You're not talking about criminal justice reform. He was, right? Of course he was. But once again, the idea that liberals presented was the only way to cut policy for black people is by talking about how you're going to get black people out of prison, which is inherently a fucking insanely racist way to approach the subject. Okay. What do you think? Who do you think gets helped with policies that destroy poverty? Okay. Policies that combat poverty. Who do you think gets helped more? Poor people. And black people and brown people in general live in underserved communities are represented in a higher percentage in those groups. That's it. The idea that the only way to talk about black people in the legislative side is by talking about fucking criminal justice is insane. Obviously, criminal justice reform plays a major role, and Bernie Sanders had that in his platform as well.